Yogacharya, if we are not these bodies or the thoughts, why then do they affect our souls? Well, it's like they're talking about karma. You know, Master says we have to always concentrate that we're not the body and we're not the thoughts and we're not the emotions.
Well, we're really not. Supposing now that somebody here on the floor is a corpse, huh? What was it left the body to make the corpse? You see? What was it left? So your real self, you can't see it. It's spirit. Your spirit, you see. Your eyes couldn't see your real self. So as long as the spirit will say your real self is in the body, and then you can function with it. But when that goes, well, you're a corpse. You see? And you'd understand that if you ever got behind the darkness of your own closed eyes and you meditate. You see? Light or life or your real self has no shape or form or anything. It's like the ocean with the bubbles floating on it, you know. I am the bubble thou art to see.
Yogacharya, you have said that if you ever do one kriya just right, you will not have to do any more. Would you please explain?
Well, I can only give you my own experience. Of course, when I got into these things, I got into it so intensely, you know, with Master and all, and being initiated by him and all. And he did so many things that was so out of this world that you wouldn't believe it. I remember I was in the bathroom, and I don't know, I was shaving, and when I finished, I was so full of joy, I wanted to hurry up and get finished in the bathroom so I could meditate, you know. And then I went in and sat down, and that's why I say I got so intensely in it and so completely involved in it that when I did the first Kriya, it seemed like something shunted in my body, you know, kind of like there's something to get loose, you know. And by the time before I finished the second one, I was out in space and all over, and here I see my body sitting down there. It looked like a basket on a balloon, you might say. And then I went around to the lights in there, and I turned them on and off, and even electric lights, even as bright as that, were dim, and turned them off, went and sat down, and they went on. And then I found myself back in my body again, you see. So your real self, as I say, it has no shape or form or anything. It's just, I say your real self, you see. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is a good place to mention. Well, then in my meditations, I used to, well, I do even now once in a while. They're infrequent in a way, but I'll sit down there in this black chair down there in the boathouse. Sometimes the whole boathouse and everything is gone, no trees, no sky, no earth, no nothing. You're way out in space, you see. And so there's no shape or form to that, is there? I say there's no shape or form to that. Everything is gone, so you're like the bubbles become the ocean, you might say. And then I've seen masters come and you see a little stir in the ethers, you know, you watch it a little bit, and then once the body shapes into form, and maybe they have a robe on or a long beard, or some of those personalities are really something when they can come and go like that, you see. So there's a lot of higher intelligence, reach higher intelligence than we have reached here, you see, so far. I've seen that happen dozens and dozens of times. Then you can talk and visit with them, and everything seems so normal that you wonder why everybody don't know about it. every time I've said it to anybody, they didn't seem to understand it. So, but it's quite a common thing.
Dear Yogacharya, does one experience physical change with repeated practice of Kriya?
Oh, sure. You even change your body, the nature of your body, your attitude, and you're all three states of consciousness. All that goes together. All you have to do is keep practicing. You don't have to know why or the mechanics of it or anything. The transformation will take place by itself. So it says, oh yeah, I practice Kriya, and then you look, and one look at them, you can tell whether they do or not. I've said many times that Master, when you were with him, he didn't have to say anything, he didn't have to teach you anything. The way he moved this way or that way, turned his head, sat down, got up, turned around. He was teaching you all the time. He didn't have to say words to you. The best teacher is an example. You see, if you're not an example, you can't teach anything. Right? So there it is. Well, I've been visited by saints that haven't reincarnated in a physical body for thousands of years. They materialize a body in front of you and just dematerialize it and come and go like that. You see. No, these things are potential. These things are real. You see. And you can visit with them and they'll talk in terms of your own understanding. So it's a great blessing, I think. Yeah. Their intelligence is as far ahead of us. This is just an illustration. As we are ahead of the development of a jellyfish. So that's quite a difference, isn't it?
Got a long ways to go.
Yeah. But we don't have to worry about it. Growing plants, you know, you could lay a seed on a shelf for 20 years and it wouldn't do anything. But if you put it in the ground and give it water and air, sunshine and minerals, fabricating power in seeds will grow into a sprout and then into a stalk and then leaf, finally grow into a blossom, and then the blossom has to fade and blow away. And then comes the fruit, you see. And then the fruit has to ripen. Then when it's fully ripe, it'll fall off by itself. You see. So we're all in some phase of, you know, growing and developing, you see. And if you get in a hot house, places like this, or SRF, or whatnot, you'll bloom out of season, you see. Get away from the cold, snowy weather out there, freezing weather. Everything shrinks, you know. But when you're comfortable, you know you grow, even if you're behind glass. Protection.
How should a parent teach a child yoga? Should they teach them meditation when they are very little?
Well, I think that you can teach a child to meditate. It's natural for a child to meditate, somehow or other. I don't know why. But if the mother and the daddy and brothers would all sit down and meditate, they'd enjoy it, and you'd be amazed how they would develop spiritually if you would do that with them. But if you don't meditate, they won't either, you see. Well, you got to have an example, you know. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do the rest of my life. I've never thought about how long I'm going to live or anything about it. I don't worry about that part. But it usually takes time to do things. So if I was thinking about living as long as Methuselah, 965 years, I'd think I was an infant, you know. Or Noah, 900. And Babaji, don't know how old he is, but I know he's over 1,000 years old. And what it takes to do that, I don't know. I saw myself in the future when I had a perfected body, though. I did. And it was just wonderful to one that would never die, you might say. I looked at myself and knew it was me and everything else. But I don't know how far away that is either.